Global Journalists started over 30 years ago. It was founded by the International Press Institute, and it was a report and more of a newsletter format that was sent all over the world. It reported on issues facing journalists, issues about free press. It evolved over the years and it became a four-color magazine, circulated quarterly, again circulated with a global distribution. The Los Angeles Times began distributing it for many years, and when they weren't able to continue doing the distribution and publication, it moved to the journalism school. I find that the students here at the journalism school truly are global citizens themselves, and the students that we've had in the class bring both their experience and their knowledge into the classroom, into our coverage. It's a place where really I hope everyone that leaves the Global Journalist truly is a global citizen and can take that into whatever career path they want to take as they go forward.
As a former editor and former digital content executive producer, I've helped students editor working with foreign affairs reporters around the world to produce digital, radio, and television content. I'm currently interning with Al Jazeera America Tonight, and these skills are useful, and I was able to put them into practice right away because I had this, year and a half experience with global journalists.
Yeah, now I'm working in Doha, Qatar, and I'm working for the committee that's involved in the World Cup here. The skills that I think that come up most often are just being able to research doing research. So if they say a speaker is going to be on the program, we're going to Skype them in from Cambodia, and they're going to talk about this. So you have a week to compile as much research as you can. Anybody who wants to report on things outside of the United States should take the Global Journalist class, if only because it's one of few classes that focuses on the entire world.
My name is Julia, and I'm from Brazil. I am now an intern for our local newspaper. So I work for the biggest newspaper from Brasilia, the capital. I think Global Journalist definitely helped me to achieve my new internship now because of the experience I had writing the reports. One of the things I realized with the Global Journalist is that global news are happening all the time, and you have to read, you have to be informed. So it was interesting to see how not only news are being covered, but how the journalists are being treated all over the world. I think that's a very interesting thing, and I learned a lot about my own profession, seeing what other journalists are going through in Brazil and in US and in other countries.
The Global Journalist has always been evolving in the way it takes advantage of the technologies, and the way it takes advantage of the students' skills here at the journalism school, and the great journalists we work with around the world. We've now entered the 21st century digital world. It's really communicating and providing content across multiple platforms in multiple ways. And so we now are able to engage many different types of journalists around the world in how we tell the stories of what's going on in the world. But the core mission is really the same. It's being an advocate for the journalists, continuing to advocate for free press issues around the world, and again, having the journalists tell their story.